Welcome back to my channel for another reading. Today we have two different piles that you can pick from, and of these piles, if you go with pile number 1 or pile number 2, we are going to see with this digital art board I've created the topic at hand that we're going to be covering today. When I listen to pick a card readings and I'm searching for or tuning into the pile that's right for me, I heavily depend on my clairvoyance, but I'll also depend on my clairaudience. A really great way, if you wanted like a tip or a hack to tune into your clairvoyance, when it comes to receiving a yes clairvoyantly, I end up receiving symbols that have a very positive nature to them. If that's a rainbow, or if it's confetti exploding, or some sort of celebration. And then when it comes to clairvoyantly receiving a no, that's when I receive symbols that are a little bit more doom and gloom. So if you actually wanted to just pause the video and take a moment and figure out with your own guidance, your own angels and your own spirit guides, a couple of symbols that you can rely on for your yes and for your no, I think that that could be really helpful for you moving forward, listening to my videos or the other videos that you come across on the tube. Okay, so there you go. Go ahead and make your choice, and I will see you shortly. If you have gone ahead and chosen pile number 1, let's tune in here to this board that I've created. Here we have romance, wellness, hobbies, home, relationships, health, career, and travel. Okay, wonderful. So today we are going to focus on romance, or my apologies, relationships. Who knows what is going to come up? Relationships. I'm gonna set this off to the side there. Okay, so I hope you're having a really nice day. I've been reading for a while, clients, but I'm so determined to get super comfortable on YouTube, on reading cards on YouTube, and just translating it into pick a card readings. We'll take this one. This is the Queer Tarot deck that I'm using. I love the art. There's one more card in here I'm hearing. So we'll start here. So in terms of relationships, let's see what the cards have to say, and we'll figure out the type of relationship right now. So the first card is King of Cups. Very nice start. Next we have the 3 of Cups. Very positive energy so far. We have the Magician. Amazing. Okay, I'm being asked to stop here. So in this spread so far, we have the Magician, we have the 3 of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. I'm instantly being drawn over to the King of Cups, and I'm picking up on and I'm hearing that you could have made a new friend, or there is a friend within your group, your sphere right now, that has, I want to say, like a really strong, bold personality, someone who's really grounded, but someone who is also full of emotional stability is also what I'm picking up on. Someone who knows who they are and, thank you, is able to really peel back the layers to you and to allow you to tap into your emotional intelligence. This person could be older than you, or what I'm also seeing is they could be just a very wise soul, and in terms of familiarity, I feel like when you hang out with this person, it's like you've known them for a really long time, and this is because you don't necessarily have a very strong past life tie with them, but they are someone that has crossed your paths many times in previous lifetimes. But I'm also just picking up on the energy that you didn't have the opportunity to really spend that much time together. But when you did cross paths, you thoroughly enjoyed each other's company. Like you really, really enjoyed each other. And what I'm hearing and seeing is in this life, you're able to come together and just spend a little bit more quality time with one another. This is someone that you're going to grow with and someone that you're really going to learn a lot from in terms of building emotional stability within your life. This is someone that really supports all of the emotions that you do go through. They don't shy away from tears. They don't shy away from anger. They definitely love to dig into laughter. But they just allow you to feel all of the things that you are being called to feel, that you want to feel. This feels like a natural celebration to you. You love hanging out with this person. You love opening up to them. It's as if, you know, if you are in a journal practice, what I'm being shown and explained to in this way is, like, if you're in a journal practice, you know how you can just write and write and write anything that comes to your mind in your journal? This is how this relationship is in your life. It's someone that you can more or less communicate with in an open book sense, in an open book kind of way. Now, what I'm being shown is if you're unsure of who this person is currently in your life, this person is just on the other side of meeting. If you haven't met them, you're very, very close to meeting them. For some of you, I'm seeing within the next 3 to 5 months. Okay, amazing. So going now into this Three of Cups, I was just tuning in to hear a little bit more, and I'm seeing through this person, you're going to be meeting a lot of their friends. It's like I'm watching you walk into a party or walk into, it's not like a large venue party, but more so an intimate gathering at someone's house, maybe in the park, depending on wherever it is this person likes to hang out. I'm seeing like a bar. There could be a number of different situations and scenarios where you are freely invited to go out to hang out with their friends. And it's like you're the missing puzzle, you're the missing link. I really feel like right now in your relationships, you're going to be meeting so many more new people that are really going to help you just solidify your place on earth, just more. I want to say a little bit more. It's like you have this sense of belonging, but you're really ready to fit into a community. You're really ready to fit into a group of friends that feels like home, feels really comfortable, and feels like you fit in perfectly with them. This is something with the Magician that you have very lovingly for yourself manifested. I'm watching you do inner work. I'm watching you be really curious and asking why certain relationships worked out the way they did, why certain things happened in your life. And through this work, through this internal investigation, I'm hearing, you have been able to take so many steps up on your own personal journey, your own personal ladder, your steps, and you're meeting new people that are really going to fulfill a piece of your soul, a piece of your heart. Again, I'm also getting the image of the Ace of Cups. And that is just saying like your cup runneth over, like you're really satisfied, you feel really fulfilled. And I'm hearing like nothing can stop you now. Okay, amazing. The High Priestess. This could be a very spiritually inclined group. This could be people that are very willing to dig within the shadows and really honor the light, honor both sides of each other, of themselves, of their essence. This is a very, I believe I said this, but it's coming up again. Like it's a very intuitive group. This is someone or a group of people that you can do a lot of intuition work with. You can really share comfortably your energetic experiences in the world and you'll feel supported. You'll feel held. You won't feel like an outcast at all within this group of people. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. This came in reverse, and I was just reminded of that. Okay, amazing. And then we have the Two of Wands, and I'm hearing not reverse. So to keep this upright. Any pain, any anguish, any like distraught relationships that happened previous to this. I'm seeing you like the symbols and the visions I'm receiving is almost you just dropping to your knees and making the sign of the cross and just giving so much thanks for the experiences that you did have, but even more so pouring your gratitude into the experiences that are right around the corner for you. I'm just hearing here with the Two of Wands that what is coming into you, for you rather, is going to be very outer worldly. And I'm being brought to a vision of you sitting and journaling and writing about everything. I think that it would be really important to document the relationships coming in. And I'm also getting confirmation to just write out about relationships that happened in the past. And for some reason, I'm seeing like a split down a piece of paper, like pros and cons, pros and cons. It's like you're measuring your new relationships up against the old ones. And this is being done less in a judgmental way, but more so to really seed you into like that flow of gratitude. I'm also feeling a little stuck and a little hesitant to say this. Like I noticed my language, my words, my flow in my communication really stopped there for a second. And so I feel like what that's communicating is this moment that you have, this blessing you have, or an opportunity, thank you, the opportunity you have to really express your gratitude towards these people. Ooh, that is going to take you a very, very far and long way. Don't hold back when you feel really grateful to be in this new company. Share with them and let them know how much you appreciate them and how much they actually give to you and pour into your life. And now we're back in flow. Now I can feel my words coming out of me a lot more smoothly. Expressing your gratitude, not only internally, but outwards to the people that you spend your time with is going to be extremely beneficial for you, for your growth, but then also for them. I'm seeing the more you share your gratitude with them, the more strength, the more positive energy is filled within these people. And the stronger someone is, the more ability and the more energy and strength they have to pour into others around them. And you won't only benefit from their energy, from their strength, but this energy and positive strength will then vibrate into you and off of you, and you fulfill others around you. Do you see how this is a ripple effect? Like gratitude is such a ripple effect, and it's so important for you to be communicating this with them at that time. So I'm just hearing a few more cards here. And I'm also hearing that these cards are going to just talk about a little bit about your past relationships. And there's one more card in here. This could be giving a little bit more confirmation to you, especially if you're unaware of who it is that's coming into your life right now. So we have the Six of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so in the past and in your past relationships, what this is really showing us is there were a lot of options, but more so than a lot of options, there were just a variety of options. I'm seeing, like, imagine fragments, like something impacting, whatever it is. I guess imagine, thank you, that's a beautiful vision. Imagine a bullet like going through a vase, and all of the pieces, all of the fragments of this vase then explodes and shatters out. So there was a lot of variety, a lot of option, but it wasn't really options that were strong enough to stay together. You see, it was like everyone had their own ideas, and although like unique opinions and being unique is one thing, but when we come into, I guess, alignment with really strong relationships, it's because our values are aligned as well. And there's like this spiritual foundation that really holds special relationships together in a very strong way. And what this is explaining is that fragment, like, I guess, activity in your past relationships is something of the past. It's something that wasn't very strong to begin with. And you're going to understand this more and more once you get into really like healthy relationships, once you get into understanding what it feels like to be emotionally held in a really strong way. With our swords here, this is a lot of mental anguish. It can bring on feelings of anxiety, feelings of worry, like they're just completely beside themselves. The Nine of Swords talks about moments of lost sleep. I'm just being shown a particular instance for one of you, or maybe many of you, where you had these conversations with like a fragment relationship, we'll call it. And it was so unsettling that it would make your mind turn and turn and turn. And you would lose sleep. Even if you were sleeping well at night, it was something that was holding way too much real estate in your waking hours. Okay, so I'm actually being called to read the book here for the swords. Sorry, for the Six of Swords. Okay, things to consider. What baggage are you carrying around with you right now? What is weighing you down and preventing you from living to your greatest potential? Is it worth it holding on to that thing? And I think that's extremely like fitting and very suited for this reading, especially because if these fragmented relationships are still in your energy, or you know, these people or person has given you, I suppose, like really clear indicators that they just aren't, if not a true friend, they aren't the type of friend that you're interested in really building a lasting bond with or a lasting relationship with. I'm also hearing the advice of try not to fight against who someone is and just go with it and just believe it. And if the qualities that person holds, if the values that person has doesn't align with the qualities you're looking for in relationships and the values that you hold close to your heart, then you know, it's time to let them go. It's time to open up and make space for the people that will really fit into your life, like a puzzle piece that fits right into place. There's this thing that I talk about with my clients, which is like the triangle, I suppose, of non-negotiables. And at the top of the triangle, this is where we get really, really clear on what it is that we value, on what are our makes and breaks. And if people are, and I mean, okay, so let's just backtrack a little bit. Our non-negotiables are going to look different in all of our different relationships. So if you consider your relationships with your friends, your non-negotiables there are going to look a little bit different than the non-negotiables you have with, let's say, your neighbors, or let's say your coworkers, or even your family members. Your non-negotiables are going to fit into a mold of the types of relationships, or I suppose the types of values you really want to honor in the different relationships of your life, in the different pockets of your life. One of my non-negotiables when it comes to a lot of my relationships, but I take it more seriously in my friendships, as well as my closer relationships, certainly my romantic relationships. A non-negotiable I have is not to lie. Like there's no lying. I don't I don't stand for lying. And so if I have a friend in my circle that's constantly lying or, throwing in these lies here and there, for me, it's a non-negotiable. And it really allows me to see that our value system is just different. If a non-negotiable isn't met, then it's easier for me to just separate myself from that dynamic and move into another direction. Like I said, it's more sound and a better concept, I suppose, to just release what isn't working to make room for the things that are working. So figuring out what it is you are holding on to, what types of relationships that you're already aware aren't working for you, and where you can make space to let those go. Really allow for the indicators, allow for the moments of discomfort to come up so that you can communicate things. Communicating things is also really important. To go ghost or to just not bring forth the things that you're feeling or that are bothering you is also not the healthiest approach. I mean, I've been there, I've done that, but I've also been on the other side of the coin where I've communicated very clearly and exactly what it is that was bothering me. And in turn, what I picked up on and what I noticed is it didn't only help me with my communication, but it also gave that person the awareness of what was happening and what was going on. And dare I say, maybe even help them rethink their actions. I think that all of us have an opportunity to show up to the table or show up to our relationships or show up to the people that we meet in life in a loving way to help them along their path of growth. Just the same, it's reciprocated. They also help us on our path of growth. They helped me communicate, and then they were also helped in terms of maybe just reevaluating the way that they did things. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple of charms out and let's see what we have. Okay. This is nice. It's a tag that says love. And we have a pink cross, which is the ultimate love, the symbol of. This is like just a really nice blue and white charm. It's making me feel of the ocean. Aw, we have another heart. I love that. Oh, okay, this is really nice. The heart, it has like a tree in it. And then of course, like the other tree of life. So this is really beautiful. And it really just confirms the relationships coming into your life right now. If they haven't already started, just the foundation to them is really, really strong. We also have a seahorse and a monkey, which is very fun in itself. Really young, really joyful. Oh, and a puppy. Loyalty, a lipstick. Okay, so I love that this has come up, because I know that in the beginning we did a lot of focus on there being possibly like a masculine energy or something like this. So it could be also really wonderful, like feminine energy coming into your life as well. A little red butterfly, transformation. And then the color red, of course, is associated with the root chakra. So a lot of stability, a lot of, we have community, we have relationships in with the root, just feeling safe, feeling really secure. And then we have a carrot, which is actually kind of funny because right before sitting down for this reading, my brother was holding an empty bag that held carrots. I'm like, wow, like you really like carrots a lot. And it was funny because my intuition was like, why don't you Google like what carrots support? And I completely just didn't. Other than eyesight, like I know there's eyesight, maybe like something else is coming to you. Please don't be shy. Message below, like what is coming to you with carrots, and what carrots support. But yeah, it's eyesight. I want to say the sacral chakra, so a lot of creativity, our emotions. Ah, there you go. So getting really strong and getting very foundational in our emotions. I keep wanting to, like, this monkey, it's so funny because I keep wanting to think that it's an octopus, but anyways, okay, wonderful. That is your reading, group number 1. Thank you so much for popping by, and go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss any other videos coming up. I'm sure I will get into the swing of things very, very soon and find my flow on here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Lots of love. Have a great day. Hello, if you chose group number 2, this is going to be your reading. We're going to start here with a digital artboard that I made. So we have relationships, the topic of, okay, let's start again. I have made a digital artboard, and there is an arrow here. And I'm going to spin the arrow, and wherever the arrow lands, this is going to be the topic that we discuss today. So we have relationships here, we have health, we have career, we have travel, romance, wellness, hobbies, and home. Amazing. Today we are going to talk about the home. I'm just going to place this over here. And the tarot deck I chose for this is the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I've been reading cards for, oh my gosh, as long as I can remember now. And I am just so determined. I am so determined to get on here and record as many readings as possible until I feel like I have really solidified my flow. I have tried a number of times in the past to really get on here, and anyways, I would start and I would stop, and now I am back, and I'm going to try out a couple of new things. And it's so interesting that I'm going into this rant here of just trying a couple of new things, because maybe this has a little bit to do with the theme of where your reading is going. If you have found yourself like just feeling stuck or feeling like you're in the same routine and energetically you've noticed that really pulling you down, now could be the time to just kind of sit and do a mapping of the different things happening in your life and the different areas that you just want to, I don't know, maybe spruce up or maybe just get new, refreshing energy into. It can be very challenging to feel stuck in areas of our life, but the only way to get out of that stuckness is to just try something different, try something new. So let's go ahead and see where you are right now. So we have the 6 of Earth, which is 6 of Pentacles. And the message here is gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. I recently just paid off so much debt, and I'm very excited, and I was just prompted to share that. Maybe you're someone that's also been working away at chipping away debt. I'm also seeing for some of you, paying off your debt has been lingering in your mind, like just kind of popping in and then being released. Now is the time to just, like I was saying about the mapping, now is the time to take stock of what it is you want to move forward with in all of the different areas of your life. And I don't want this to turn into like a huge financial thing, because I know that we're focusing on home, but maybe your finances are very closely linked to home, to where you would like to live, and where you would like to plant your roots. Next, we have 7 of Fire. So 7 of Wands. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. So this is having me think of just like that common saying of there's always a time to speak, and there is always a time to not hold your tongue, but to listen. And I'm just getting a sense of maybe you feel like the black sheep in your family, or you feel like you are someone who can relate in certain ways, but you're not relating in all of the ways, and maybe in all of the ways that matter to you. Maybe your values are different than the values of those that you're spending a lot of time with or that surround you most of the time at home. Next, we have Two of Fire. Two of Wands. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Okay, so this is feeling like it's going to be a really passionate time for you, or a very passionate time is on the horizon when you make different changes and when you change up your routine and when you take stock of what is currently happening in your life. And I'm really seeing like at your home life, like when are you spending your time at home? How much time are you spending at home? And is it time to branch out and to put yourself in different environments, to meet new people? And then I'm also seeing like meeting new people that way is going to really expand this passion in your life, and you're going to be meeting other people through that one connection or through that different location. And a coffee shop just keeps popping up for me. So if there's a coffee shop in your neighborhood or a couple of different coffee shops that you just want to go, and if it's not read in, but maybe do a little bit of work on a laptop or on a remote device there, just changing up your routine and stepping away from your home life is going to be very beneficial for you right now. Next, we have Five of Earth. So fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. So you could be thinking about making big changes to your career, big changes to the way that you bring in money. I'm seeing that leaving the home and going into new environments and meeting these new people is also going to help inspire new ideas of how you can branch out and how you can start making new money, big money, different money in unique ways. For myself in particular, and this is so funny that we're just circling back to my own current experiences at the moment. But, you know, relatability is key. I, for the last several months, was working in a seasonal, like, dependent position over at a golf course. And now that the season is coming to an end, recording this, it's almost fall, or maybe we're in fall now. We're definitely in fall now. What day is it? I keep being asked like what I do in the off season, and people have been very concerned about what I'm doing in the off season, and I appreciate it because I take it all as messages, and it's all, you know, an opportunity for me to really get clear, to really figure out how I'm going to be spending my time and my energy. And in the off season, last season, I took a bit of time to travel, but the truth is for the last several months, like I could not be more excited to really pour a lot of my energy into supporting you and uploading videos and really getting into my flow when it comes to the social media aspect of my job. I love sitting with my clients now, but now it's time for me to branch out and to, you know, just touch the minds and the hearts of so many people that I wouldn't have the opportunity to meet if I was only counting on my connections and word of mouth in my current location and area. So you're really being encouraged to just continue moving forward, continue tapping into your intuition, changing up your routine and changing up like how you spend your time in the most prominent environments at the moment, if that's home or, you know, I want to say your home away from home, if that's the office, whatever it is. I'm also hearing like some of you like, oh, but I'm just so tired at the end of my day. It's time to shake that off, and it's time to switch that phrase around or reaffirm something different. Like reach out to your angels, reach out to divine support, ask Jesus to give you strength and to give you more energy to just switch things up and encourage you to go into other places. The other thing that's coming to me right now is when we switch up our environments, when we switch up our routine and we start doing different things than what we're currently I guess in the rope of doing, in that routine of doing, our intuition speaks through us so loudly. If you're constantly in a familiar environment, your spidey sense doesn't necessarily have to turn on. You know, when you're sleeping in the middle of the night, imagine yourself at home. You've been in this home for quite a while. You're very comfortable with the home. You can move around and get yourself from one place to the next in the pitch dark, right? Is that how we're saying it? In the pit, like in the in the darkness of night. Let's go there. So you can wake up in the middle of the night. You feel like you have to use the restroom. You get up out of bed and you can walk to the washroom with your eyes closed, like without a problem. You're not going to stub your toe. You're not going to walk into the door frame. You know how to get from point A to point B in the dark. This is because you are so familiar with your environment. Now imagine yourself waking up in a place that you have never slept at before. Maybe you're at a hotel or you're at a new cottage and you have to use the washroom. You wake up in the middle of the night, it's pitch dark, you have no idea where you're going. You really have to tune into your other senses. You have to feel into what you're feeling around you. You will instantly like reach out your hand to see what you can feel. You walk more carefully with your feet so that you don't stub a toe. Translating this to intuitive ability, when you're in an environment that you're so comfortable in, it's almost like your intuition it moves so smoothly through you. You're not really thinking about, I want to say like survival, or you're not really thinking about how to lean into your spiritual guidance, how to lean into your energetic self, because you're already so comfortable with where you are. Now put yourself in a different environment. Maybe you're walking around in a new city, or right, like you've traveled somewhere that you're unfamiliar with. You're going to tune into your intuition to navigate the new space. You're going to navigate and intuitively feel into who is appropriate to talk to. Who do you want to ask questions to? Do you want to turn left, or does turning right feel a lot better for you? So do you see how when you switch up your environment and when you go into different areas, or I suppose switch up your routine just in general, your intuition is going to expand beyond belief, and it's going to be very exciting. So if you make this choice for yourself to ask for that strength, to shake off the tiredness at the end of the day, and to get into just a different home, I suppose, is what is coming up, like just a different space, then you are going to be extremely and very pleasantly surprised. I feel like amazing intuitive ideas are going to come to you. So the 3 of air is the 3 of Swords. So great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. What came to me instantly is if you have tried something and you have just tried and tried and tried and it didn't work out, but it's still like the idea of this, or the essence of this idea is still lingering within you, this is your indicator to try again, to shake off anything that happened before and to move forward with so much more confidence. I posted a video on Instagram the other day and it was so short and it was so sweet, which is not really my flavor, but it was very impactful. And it was something along the lines of, just because it didn't happen in my timeline before, it doesn't mean that it's not for me. And I feel like this is a really important message for you to hear. Just because something didn't happen for you before, it doesn't mean that it wasn't for you. It wasn't the right time. And what is for you is not going to pass you by. So if you're still thinking about something, but the energy of that thought is also harboring feelings of guilt or feelings of disappointment, you're being encouraged to let that go, to work through it, or to just simply release it, to surrender it, to ask Jesus, to ask God to take that from you so that you can move forward with a fresh start. Imagine yourself with how you want to be successful. Imagine yourself with how you want to manifest or to bring to life your desires and already be that thing. I'm just being asked to share in terms of my YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you, I left a very successful career 8 years ago now. 8 years ago, and it was absolutely wild because when I left that career, I asked myself, like, what is it? What am I going to do? And I said to myself, I'm going to be extremely successful on YouTube. Like, I'm going to be very YouTube famous. And through the years, I've posted a couple of videos, but I never really stuck to it. And last night before bed, I said to myself, I am absolutely determined to record and post a reading every single day for the next 5 months. And I know that it's my turn in life to not hold on to that disappointment of just letting year after year after year pass me by without putting the amount of effort and the amount of discipline into doing something and just changing my routine now and changing what I have to do now in order to really feed into my internal guidance, to feed into all of those indicators of, hello, like, Vanessa, this is still for you. It's time to get to work. So I'm really encouraging you to do the same and to get clear and to figure out what it is you really want to do and how you can start making changes towards that thing. We all have time. We all have the time to do the things that we feel inspired to do. It's just rearranging our schedule and figuring out exactly how to do them. Next, we have, Awakening Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from... Let's just redo that again. I am going to put all. Look at all the things around you from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck, or if you just simply need the reminder that it's so important to be yourself, allow for any standstill or any moments of pause to really just support you instead of hinder you. Don't feel as though it's holding you back, but just allowing or understanding that at this time, like, yourself, your own divine light, that activation is really working through your DNA and really becoming clear within you so that you can shine in your own unique way. I don't think that it's very uncommon for any one of us to take a look and see what other people are doing and to think to ourselves, oh, well, how can I do that? And wanting to take pieces of their puzzle and, duplicating it or trying to make it ourselves. It's just like, take a moment, pause, allow for your own unique divinity to shine through, and allow for, I want to say, like, that pause and these moments, like the quieter days or the quieter weeks or the quieter months, maybe even years, to just get clear. What am I trying to say? Just allow for that time to really work out the kinks and work out how you can shine yourself in your own unique way. And then also Archangel Gabriel is the archangel of communication, of creative expression, and a really beautiful angel to pray to and to ask for that guidance and to ask for the divine expression of Archangel Gabriel to come through you and allowing for your own uniqueness to come forward in this just beautiful, divine, and pure way. Next, we have the Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins, a new phase. heightened psychic abilities. Amazing. So this really just confirms and circles back to the importance of right now just stepping away from the home, of noticing, you know, what type of environment that you want to create for yourself. And if right now is a time that you're unable to move environments, to just get yourself into different spaces that are going to feel creative to you, that are going to feel rejuvenating to you and will feel uplifting. Give yourself an opportunity to meet new people that will bring you along your path, that will help connect you to others. And as just to circle back, as you move away from familiar environments and into newer spaces, noticing how your intuition is leading you and how your intuition is really igniting within you at that time. I'm just hearing one more card. And we have 8 of water. So a desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So this is really just going back to the moment of quiet, the moment of allowing for life to unfold as it will, but also still being on top of really searching within, asking yourself what it is that you would like, and how you can really work with this time that you have in making those things happen. How can you readjust your schedule? How can you start incorporating different routines into your flow of day? Okay, wonderful. I'm going to get you a couple of charms and see if there's any extra messages. Okay, so the moon, really speaking to honoring the flow of life, honoring your intuition. We have a tree and another tree. Okay, these charms are really coming up a lot and I'm really liking it. So I'm just feeling a lot of stability, a lot of emotional grounding, mental grounding. I'm also hearing the seeds that are planted or have been planted will grow into something extremely strong. We have a star, a pink star. Ooh, we have a number 5, which is all about changes. With this, oh, okay, so changes and the star. I'm hearing like wish upon a star and really like honor and take in the changes that come with those wishes. It's like we can wish as much as we want, but some sort of action has to be honored as well. And in action, there is also change. This is a money sign. So really great things are happening in your financial world. If that's something that you can't see right now, it's something that you're certainly going to see sooner than later. And that word soon can be extremely tricky because what is soon? But just hold on to that faith and hold on to that knowing. Know that your finances are being very supported right now, and you are rooting yourself, you are grounding yourself and creating really incredible structure. Next, we also have, we have a little fairy here. And the fairy just reminds us to keep lighthearted and to have fun, to keep a childlike, I guess, approach and mind when entering new ground. And then also the apple. I want to say I watched this video the other day, like consuming fruits, consuming vegetables, consuming these foods that have more water to them is also going to help when it comes to just sharpening and clarifying intuition. When we can feed the body as, I suppose, like products or produce that are mostly filled with water, it's in alignment with the actual physical body because we are made of so much water. So an apple a day will keep the doctor away. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. Thank you so much for subscribing and for coming back and just, checking out the channel, getting involved in the comments, of asking any questions, of making any suggestions. I'm so open and very eager to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day.